Hello, my name is Rachel and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to review what I have spent my money on this month and see how I've got on in comparison to my new targets that I've set, and I'll also show you a little bit about my planner and how I use that to plan my money. Hi, my name's Rachel and as you know I do videos all about my no spend year. I've already done 1 year already and we are over halfway through my second year. So I have shared lots of advice already about how I've got on with budgeting and saving money. I also do videos on minimalism and decluttering. So if you want to see more videos like that, don't forget to subscribe down below. So let's have a look and see what I have been spending my money on this month. Okay, as you know, I use my Go Girl budget planner, and in there it has various different sections that you can track your savings, your debt, and your monthly income and outgoings. And also it's got an expense tracker so you can look at where you're spending your money on your everyday items. So I track 3 different categories. I track spend, I track food, and I track petrol.
So once a week I get my receipts out and I will put them into the right category and then add up where I am so that I know how much I've got left to spend in each category.
This month I did go away for 2 weeks. I thought that would save me some money in spend and in food, but because I was going gluten-free I did end up stocking up on gluten-free items, which are not cheap. And then when I came back I ended up doing a bigger shop to kind of restock ready for the next month. So I haven't really saved as much money as I was hoping, but I have saved money in some areas. So normally my budget for spend is about 100. This fluctuates. I did end up buying some new sandals for me and my son, and then when I came back from holiday I did buy some sports wear and a sheet, like a flat sheet for my son's bedding, because he found that he really enjoys that when he's on holiday, about having just a sheet rather than having the duvet in the summertime. So we thought we'd try that out, and I managed to get quite a good cheap one. So spend wise, I've spent on healthcare, I've spent on travel adapters and some clothing. I know that my plan for the next 6 months was to not spend money on clothing or home. I've already broken my own rule, but there's no need for me to do anything else. I think I've now got to a point where I'm happy, and I generally think I can go without spending money on that category now. Food wise, I've spent less than what I budget for. So I budget for 230, and quite often I've probably been going to 260, 290. It was £196 this month, so that is a reduction overall than what I normally spend, and that includes having a really big shop when I came back from holiday, stocking up the cupboards again. So I do feel like my shopping would last me a good 2 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, before I need to buy some of the bigger ticket items. And petrol, I allocate 190, and because I was away I only spent 111, so that did give me some savings overall there. Let me show you the different tracking pages. So each month begins with an overall calendar, so you can jot down key events where you know that you're going to spend money, and they're undated, so you can use these or start these whenever, which I find really helpful. Then get a monthly plan overview, so you can write what's coming up, extra expenses, and on the other side you've got home, food, healthcare. I prefer to have a bigger section for food, so this is why I use the next kind of pages. Then you've got about 2 individual pages there and another one on that side to track expenses. So that's where I put my categories, and that's just easy to kind of then add up and total. And then there's a note section here, which is quite handy if you want to do any adding up of categories. Also you get 12 months there. Then you also have a savings tracker grid, so you can add in how much you're saving each month and see that total go up. You can also track debt, so I've got my old car payments and sofa payments, which I cleared at the end of last year, which is nice. And there's also a holiday tracker, so the holiday tracker up there. and spending and gifts. I haven't utilised this as much. I do tend to utilise it at Christmas though, so that's when I plan gifts, etc. I don't tend to do that throughout the year. There's also a regular bill tracker, which might be a bit daunting or a bit worrying if I started doing that, since it's going up so much. And then there's a summary category at the end, which is really helpful to summarise the year and how you can kind of track your net worth by knowing your income, your outgoings, and the value that you have in savings, etc. I also get some stickers that go with it, so you get some stickers like that, and there are some cash envelopes. That is kind of like the rage at the minute, but I don't tend to use cash. I have done that before, and I do find that a very helpful system if you're struggling to keep track of things. It does make it easier to see your money's worth so that you're not so tempted to spend it on other things. I do find that helpful. Yeah, I highly recommend the budget planner. If you don't want to spend money, which is understandable, you could do a very similar spreadsheet on Excel or a spreadsheet document. It wouldn't be too difficult to do. You're just having categories, knowing how much is going out and adding it all together. So it's a way of tracking. But yeah, that's my budget planner, and I find that really helpful. So what I do each week, I will collect the receipts, and then when I've got a whole week's worth, I will then put them into the planner. So I don't necessarily do it daily, but I do it weekly. I just store that in one of the drawers, and that's kind of like my area that I keep my budget planner in. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'd love to know how you're getting on with your no spend month or your no spend year. Let me know in the comments below. Is there any area that you're struggling with, or are you doing really well? I'd love to hear your successes of how much you have managed to save and how much you have managed to change your mindset about money and feel that little bit more in control at a time where things feel quite chaotic. Hope this is helpful, and I shall see you soon. Take care. Bye.